In the world of sales, how is it that you could be needy with a buyer and maybe not even recognize it? This is an important question. I'm Scott Silverman. I'm coming to you live from the North Shore of Oahu. I am at Sharks Cove on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you and neediness. Now, you will hear the phrase, the fortune is in the follow-up. The fortune is in the follow-up. But I will let you know, there is a point where you can go wrong with follow-up and look super needy, okay? So, I don't know about you, but I have had this in my life where I've had a stalker girl that I dated, not a girlfriend, but girl that I dated, that would not ever leave me alone. And it was super unusual, super weird, believe it or not. Yep, happened to me. Super weird, super unusual. And so it just seemed like everywhere that I went, this chick was there. I would go out with friends, and somehow she would figure out, this was before social media, somehow she would figure out where I was, and then she would come over to the table, she'd come over to the bar counter, wherever it may be, hey, what's going on? How come you haven't called me back? And it got to the point where like I almost had to get a restraining order. I had to have the conversation like, look, not happening. And there are points in time with buyers when you're being super needy and there's good follow-up, where the fortune's in the follow-up, and there is bad follow-up. I sat down with a salesperson for a product, and they literally called me every day, emailed me every day, and texted me every day. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, the first day, I'm like, cool, person's got good follow-up skill. After 5 days, I'm like, I'm sick of this. I don't want to deal with this person. I understand what they're up to. I know they want to get the deal. But in my mind, I also went, why are you trying so hard? Right? If your product is that good, your widget's that good, it should speak for itself. There is a point where your follow-up game is bad. There is a point where, like, the manager's pounding you got to do your follow-ups. I get that. Yep, I agree. You got to do follow-ups. You got to make your phone calls. I agree. You got to get your emails. You got to get your text messages. I 100% agree. I agree. But if it gets to the point where someone's like, I'm going to get a restraining order from you, it's insane. This person was texting me 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night. Hey, where are we at? What's going on? Like, hey, I'm not at the office. I don't know why you think it's okay to text me this late. Well, I really want this deal. Super needy, right? And so inevitably something comes out. If you ask enough questions as a buyer and you have somebody who's doing this type of follow-up process, I don't know if you can, yep, you see it right there. Black Hawk helicopter. There's gonna be a point where if you ask enough questions, what's gonna come out is that person has to close the deal. They're low on numbers, they need money, they're after a contest. Buyers know it, like it's no secret. You know it, and I know it. Follow-ups can go wrong. I get it. I am 100% believer that the fortune truly is in the follow-up. But when you go super needy, text message, cell phone, show up at the person's office, constantly beating down the door, that's not the smart way of doing it. It's not the best use of your time. It is sales sabotage. You got one thing to do from here, just one thing. Find the subscribe button, click on it every time I send out a video. You'll get an update. This is Scott Bell Consultants and another fantastic video, probably from a cool location. Today I'm at Sharks Cove. We'll see you soon. Thanks for dropping by. Aloha.